This is how I teach Mahjong to an absolute beginner who is sitting at my table for the very first time. I'm a very firm believer in the idea of scaffolding. So I really want that first couple of plays just to be the very core basics of the game. So if you are a veteran player and you're watching this and you're like, wait, she's missing a whole bunch of things, that's on purpose. That's not, the goal isn't to understand the game fully right away. The goal is to play the most condensed, simple version of the game to start to get the feel for it. So obviously the first thing anyone wants to know when playing a brand new game, no matter what it is what is my goal? The goal is to get 4 sets, you can't see my hand, and a pair, a la this here. So the top is a run, and I'm gonna go into this in a little more detail. There's a set of 2 dots, then there's another run. That is a set of south tiles, and the bottom one is a pair of dragons. Also, I just learned in Cantonese, instead of saying mahjong, they say suk, like book, and it means I'm eating. And so if you play with me, I am now only calling it that from now on, because that's amazing. Okay, but let's get into the different types of sets. And honestly, if you've played any kind of card game, you probably know these, or Yahtzee, it's similar concept. So a type of set is called a chow. Some people call it a run, some people call it a sequence, but it's basically any, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. And it has to be in the same suit. And these are the 3 different suits. You'll see these over and over again. And it can only be 3. The other set of 3 you can get is called a 3 of a kind. Some people call it a triplet. Some people call it a pung. I'm sure there's other words, but this is exactly how it sounds. So it's a number or a symbol of the exact same thing. So this is, the top one there is 7 dots. The one underneath that, that's my dragon tile. So that's 3 red dragons. Underneath that is 3 norths. I have 3 bamboos of the number 2, and I have 3 eighths of the character. These are all just examples. The next thing is 4 of a kind, and it's kind of advanced mode, but sometimes it happens, so you have to know about it. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It's also called a Kong, but it's 4 of a kind. So 4 easts, 4 9 bamboos, 4 8 characters, 4 the number 1 of dot. Are you with me so far? And then we got our pairs. Pair can be anything. It just needs to be the same symbol and the same number or letter. So 2 number 1 cracks or characters, 2 wests. The P in my game is called soap, or a white dragon. But that's, as long as you've got 2 that say P in a black square, if that's what you've got in your thing, that's all that matters. These birds are actually the 1 of bamboo, and that example there is a 6 dot. They are worth different types of points at the end, but honestly, if I'm playing Mahjong for the first time with someone, who cares about points? There's just a winner and 3 losers, and the winner is the person who gets Mahjong or Sook. Okay, so those are the types of sets you can get, and then examples of pairs. I already kind of covered this, but just to recap, there are 3 suits that have the numbers 1 through 9. One is called bamboo. It starts with a bird, and then the rest look like bamboo. I have a friend who calls them French fries. That's super fun. You can do that. You're allowed. The next one is dot, so 1 through 9, and some people call those cookies. Also fun. I love the idea of everything having a food word. And then the next one is characters. Some people call that crack. I have not heard a fun food one, but if you have a fun food one, I would happily adopt it, especially now that I am fully invested in saying souk. I'm eating. There are also tiles they're considered honor tiles, and those are the winds, like the compass directions, east, south, northwest. Actually, I organized that wrong, but who cares? You know it. And then dragons, a red dragon, a green dragon, and a white dragon. Some people call the white dragon soap. There's lore. I don't really know it. I will learn it one day, but this is for beginners, and beginners don't need lore yet. You will also see what are called seasons and flowers. I actually would not play with these for the first time, just because all they are extra bonus points at the end of the game. They actually don't go in your hand, but I wanted to show them to you anyway. And Depending on the set you get, there are some blank tiles. In American Mahjong, there are joker tiles. Some people use the blank tiles in maybe like a more traditional set to be jokers. Let's not play with those either, because that's like, those are just like, then you have extra rules to remember, and that's hard for the first time. Okay, this next part is where I'm going to probably break everyone's brains, but I don't care. There is definitely a way of setting up the game. It's got walls, there's dice rolling. It's not complicated, but it's just like a lot to describe. And we're already at 5 minutes and we haven't started playing the game yet. So I like to just have people pick from the bag. Everyone they start with 13 tiles. So everyone just picks 13 tiles from the bag, and then we just draw from the bag. I know that's gonna hurt people's brains, but I just want to get people to play their first game immediately, as fast as possible. People are gonna call blasphemy, definitely, in the comments. The only exception to the 13 tiles is the first person, like the person who gets to go first. You can decide that however you want. Some people roll dice, whatever. Maybe the person who ate last. I like that idea. That person gets 14 tiles. And now we can start playing. This is a table setup. So pretend this is me and those are my other friends. I've got my 13 tiles all lined up, and then I put them into an order that made sense to my brain. So I put the ones that were dots all together, and I kind of put them in chronological? Numerical order. I put my bamboos in numerical order. I put my norths together. I put my dragons together. And then I put my little 3 character off to the side. And I think I'm going to stop there because we're at 7 minutes. But now at least you know what all the tiles do. You know what the goal of the game is. And you know how to get started.